What is going on, guys? Dylba here, and today I'm bringing you my Super Tandem Kid showcase. And the reason I'm doing Super Tandem Kid is because I'm going to be going through all the legends I have rainbowed or that are relevant. So I've got the what's it called, the Legend Strength Savo 150. I don't have him Limit Break Plus, but he'll be getting a 6+ soon. So once that 6+ comes out, I'll do a similar sort of video with him as well. But Super Tandem Kid is a legend that I think is really fun to use. He's not very often talked about, and he's actually really good for like shorter speedrunning type content. So yeah, I've got my Super Tandem Kid completely maxed out. He's not at level 150, but he's like level Limit Break level 5, if that makes sense. And that would make him level 5 Super Tandem as well. So, I'm just going to jump straight into his kit. So, as a captain, he reduces driven and striker character's special charge time by 3 turns. So that's 6 turns of special charge right off the bat with 2 kids. Boosts their attack by 5.25 and HP by 1.65 times. Makes their int, quick, and tandem slots have matching default effects, and cuts crew's HP by 10% at the end of turn. And so you're getting a 20% health cut every single turn you stall. So you do want to use him on shorter content and like stuff like arenas, coliseums, and clashes, because he can actually speed farm this kind of stuff without necessarily being boosted, and he does have an insane amount of damage output, as well as access to some pretty cool characters like Uta and Roger and Whitebeard. So he's got access to some really cool characters. His special ability, it reduces all enemies' HP by 20%, which ignores defensive effects. Boosts driven and striker characters' chain multiplier growth rate. Basically, anything better than a good, it increases. So if you hit a good is 0.2, great 0.4, and a perfect is 0.6 to the chain multiplier growth rate. Can't really speak today. And for 1 turn, boosts their attack by 2.75 times for 1 turn. He also changes their block slots into tandem slots and prevents their slots from being changed until driven or striker character lands a perfect strike. So that's and that's technically counted as a debuff because it's the unable to change slots. Like it locks them, and like not even an enemy orb shuffling mechanic will bypass that. Unlike other orb locks, it's like do not change orb debuff that it adds to himself, which is actually really good because it's going to help in some other content. If crew already has an attack boost when the special has been launched, it boosts driven and striker characters' slot effects by 2.5 for 2 turns. So, if you haven't noticed, we're kind of leaning to this this sort of era, for lack of a better term, where captains basically do it all, being that an orb manipulator, their attack and the orb boost, or they're an affinity and a defense reducer. You know what I mean? So like they are now doing way more than they used to in the past, which is really cool, and it allows for more versatility with the crew that you build around it, being units like Roger Whitebeard, who boosts affinity and boosts orb boost and boosts attack boost and stuff like that. Give you more, and because it's use of speed farm it, you need those units that get rid of chain lock, you need those units that get rid of despair. So it's good that he does so much, and it allows you to get around much more content faster because he does obviously reduce cooldowns at the start. Kid's superclass is for driven and striker characters. He deals 100 times characters attack in non-type damage, ignoring all defensive effects and defense up. To all enemies, reduces driven and striker characters' special charge time by 1 turn, and adds 0.25 to the effect of attack boosts that are launched after this special by driven or striker characters. So basically, when you're doing your big hit of damage, you want to launch his super class first, then his special, because it gives him a 3 times attack boost instead of a 2.75 times, which is a significant amount of damage. And it would obviously change driven characters to super driven. Okay, and the reason why he's so good is his super tandem mechanic. I obviously have mine at level 5, as you guys can see. And the activation requirement is when one driven or striker character and any one of the following characters on the crew. So you only need one of these characters, which is Killer, Heat, Wire, or Luffy. And then the only other character has to be obviously Kid himself and a striker or driven character, which is so good. It's like you're getting this off every single turn essentially, because as long as you have a tandem slot, you are going to be getting insane amounts of damage with this. So what he does, he applies attack tandem boost of 2 times to driven and striker characters for 1 turn, and sets all enemies' defense to 0 for 1 turn. This is really good because he came out with a Heat and Wire unit, which actually doubles damage to enemies with defense like set to 0 basically. So that in tandem with this kid's super tandem ability is absolutely like nuts, and you do a lot of damage, which is good because Heat and Wire is also a good utility unit getting around Chain and Despair. I will say this, I tried to do some longer content, or just some even way more difficult stuff, so like some of the GARP challenges, and I saw somebody cleared a forest with this, not this team exactly, but with a team, using Kid Captain. I'm not a good enough team builder to try and attempt some of those, and when I did try and attempt, I just lost too much health too quickly, because every single turn you're getting a 20% health cut, and some of these isles obviously do like preemptive damage, as well as the fact you can't take down the whole room in 1 turn because there's 6 characters or 3 characters with a defense buff, and you have to use a special to remove multiple defense buffs throughout the dungeon. So I still would definitely lean in more towards using Kid as like a speed farmer-esque type of character, because that is where he really shines. I'm pretty sure he can clear most, if not all, the arenas. These are the only arenas I tried when I went onto this Judge Clash, because I actually haven't completed it, so I just went for the gem. But yeah, other than that, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more One Piece Treasure Cruise content. I'm going to keep using some of the newer characters that I think are really good, or even some old characters that either I think deserve a little bit more time in the spotlight, because whether that be a limit break plus, a level limit break, or whatnot, 6 plus. So yeah, anyway, guys, thanks for hanging around, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.
練を1年貸してくれ。ふざけんなローディア。
行くぞ。
潰してやる。潰してやる。潰してやる。下がってろ。どけ。俺にやらせろ。
僕がやろう。
やれるか、ユゲト。
さあ行こうエース。
くたばれ。くそ、天才かよ。